Hello, my adoring fans, and welcome to another view out of our window, and then a very depressing view of our breakfast. The weird bacony turkey ham, I don't even know what it was, on the right was like, it was alright, but
Not for this, but for the overall experience.
fry up is lacking. These peanut butter bagels aren't as good as waffles. I miss
agree,
Richmond,
this
Virginia.
thumbs
Only for the food. So then we had a bit of time before we went out. So Maddie tried to play some World of Warcraft, but had to do an update, so she was all grumpy about it. And we tried to report it to our Blizzard insider, but he didn't seem to care. So we moved on. But fortunately, Maddie was able to get into the game, as you can tell.
Serious
She's
business.
very into her World of Warcraft at the moment. Much like we went to Madison Square Garden today. So that was cool. Went there, home of the New York Knicks. And big concert hall thing as well. But I was mostly interested because of the Knicks. So we were going to go have a look around as part of this tour group, and they had lots of cool highlights of things that have happened, and the best thing to have happened on the day of the year. Sorry, excuse me. Had a New York's Knicks championship thing, which is pretty rare because the Knicks are pretty trash at basketball. Got them. Marilyn Monroe singing Happy Birthday. The tour guide gave a rendition, which was pretty convincing, to be honest, and a bit impressive. But yeah, we saw the beer room, that was the highlight. And we saw inside a suite, and it's pretty fancy. But not, I remember going to an Arsenal one. I think that was maybe about the same. I don't know. So my limited knowledge of having seen one other suite says this one seems like pretty fancy, but not mega fancy. Then we saw all the seats, blah blah blah. Some flags, because it's America. They love their flags, even if they're not an American flag. They're very generously hanging in. Canadian one got the Knicks retired. Not the Knicks retired jerseys, but the little Knicks, championships or whatever things up there. And then we saw the changing rooms. So this was, I think, the Knicks, and then the next one is the ice hockey team, which was the Rangers. Which brings me onto the floor. It's pretty cool, the floor. They kind of cover the ice rink rather than move the ice rink, so there's almost always an ice rink under it in the hockey season, and they have loads of stuff that stops it all going whack. But yeah, then we had a quick diversion to Penn Station, mostly to get on the subway, but also go to Bluffing, because they didn't have any parties in Madison Square Garden. It's strange. Then trundled along. We got off near Central Park, but of course we managed to find a bubble tea. So if anyone remembers our adventures in New Zealand and Australia, remember bubble teas. And then we had a little walk through the park. It was pretty cool. Saw a memorial to John Lennon. Saw a really, 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 really green lake or pond, which also had weird buildings in the background at times. But yeah, it was I don't know, almost incredibly, unbelievably green. But can't really see. Okay, at the time, I obviously didn't film that. I thought it was maybe a bit more zoomed in. Well, thank you, Maddie, for trying. Yeah. More green, and then a squirrel, and then some turtles, who somehow are able to survive in this disgusting green water. I don't know. There were lots of signs saying don't go in it. You'll get the death or something. But then we popped out near the Natural History Museum, but we knew the ticket to go in, and we didn't want to pay for that. So instead we just kind of chilled and ate a Cliff Bar. They're called Cliff Bars. And then we got back on the subway. Basically saw the entirety of the museum on the subway, so lucky we didn't pay. Trundled along, went to Times Square, was whoa, Times Square, cool.
I want to
we
join
got
the army now.
a whole walk towards it and everything. Maddie and I were a bit unclear what exactly counts as Times Square. I kind of feel like it's the whole thing, so a little waddle around. Very strange. Even more Japan than Japan, if that makes sense. But yeah, saw the Naked Cowboy. For some reason, I know who he is. Then we saw an interesting selection of shops. And Maddie and I could definitely just live on the corner of that place and be fully satisfied. But for now, instead, we went to Subway. And then we took the lift. And it's very fast. We went up 40 floors in I don't know, not that long. Your ears start popping. And this is only in a medium-sized skyscraper. Well, not even medium, a small-sized one. So yeah, it must be pretty strange living or working in the top floors of some of these.
Imagine
It is feel weird all the time. But yes, and then ate our Subway, and then we ate some sweets, some gummy sweets, and I played Maddie played some Serious WoW, I played some Serious CK3. I'm just going to fill you in on that now. It'll come up imminently. But yes, we have finally expanded. We've taken over the British Isles, except for a little bit of Wales and a little bit of Cornwall and maybe some of the Scottish Islands. We've formed the Empire of Britannia. Everything's a lot more consolidated. We've grown from one county to an empire. So, highly successful day. I hope everyone has a good day, and adios!